So now, let's see if we can flash through the rest of these in the remaining 10 minutes. You'll have seen them all at least once. What's this?
Mandible.
Yeah, mandible. What do we have over here? We're going this way. Well, what was over there?
Mental protuberance.
It's still called, well, the mental protuberance is here. That's a mental protuberance. What does that say?
That it's a Homo sapien.
Yeah, Homo sapiens sapiens, that's right. Homo sapiens sapiens. Okay. And if there weren't any Neanderthals or Neanderthals left, they wouldn't have this. Okay. Now, but keep in mind that this is still called, this vertically over here, is still called the symphysis menti, although that's only a joint by courtesy, you might say, because it fused between 1 and 2 years of age. It's still called the symphysis menti. And what are the two bones that fuse there called? Dentary bones, that's correct. So then you should know the teeth, incisors, canines, premolars, and most. We won't go over those because you could do that on your own, for that makes this easy. And then what's this part of the bone which has the sockets for the teeth in? Yeah, alveolar process. And what's this below that called?
The ramus?
No, the body.
Oh,
Body of the mandible. What's this called?
Xamma.
The ramus. What's that called?
Angle.
Yeah, the angle. All right, now look at this. Oh, let's do the rest of this first. What's this?
Condo.
Coronoid process.
Oh, close.
What's
Supposed to
this?
see. That's
Condyloid process.
That's condyloid.
What was that?
This is the condyloid process, which has a head and a neck. The condyloid process. Okay. Now, look at this. See how it's bent inward a little bit? That suggests female. I've got another one that is in the back I'll show you next time, which has flaring outward, which suggests male. That suggests female. See that how it is inflected inward a little bit? Suggests female. Okay. Note the foramen on the inside surface, the medial surface of the ramus. That's the mandibular foramen.
Where is it?
Right there.
Oh.
Right there. See it?
Okay.
And that's one of the ones you have to know, the contents of which you have to know. It's in the aperture's hand there. And what's this one? Yeah, the mental foramen. That's as in near mentum, which means chin. Okay. And what do we have here?
Maxilla?
Yeah, it's a maxilla. Frontal process of the maxilla extends at the article of the frontal bone. Palatal process. The two palatal processes meet at the intermaxillary suture to make most of the hard palate. You see that? And then, but behind that is where you have the palatine bones, which I'll show in a moment. And then the zygomatic process, which articulates with the zygomatic bone. The orbital surface of the maxilla makes most of the floor of the eye socket. Orbit means eye socket. The maxillary air sinus. Okay. One of the bones has an air sinus. Most of that's blocked by other bones, though, in life, so the drainage opening is actually very small. Okay. And then what would you suspect that might be?
like where the arch is and the eye is?
Yeah, zygomatic bone, yeah, the zygomatic bone, which has three surfaces and three processes. The maxillary process, this articulates with the maxilla. Okay, over here. The frontal process, it articulates with a downward projection of the frontal bone. And then this is the temporal process. It articulates with the zygomatic process of the temporal. And this plus the zygomatic process of the temporal make the zygomatic arch.
What are the three processes, the frontal?
The maxillary, the frontal, and the zygomatic. Okay, this is a right one. And it has three surfaces. The facial surface, that's here, the facial surface. The orbital surface. And then facing backward, the temporalis muscle is sitting here, the temporal surface. Okay. Then here, the palatine bone. That's a palatine bone. And the vertical part makes up part of the side wall of the nasal cavity. And then this makes up the back of the hard palate behind the maxilla, right over there. And then this is the orbital surface of the palatine, which makes up right there part of the floor of the orbit behind right there, the orbital surface of the maxilla. So you should know all 7 bones which contribute to the walls of the eye socket. And there's 2 of the 7. This is the orbital surface, and the relevant surface is always called the orbital surface of that bone. The orbital surface of the maxilla, which makes up most of the floor of the eye socket.